So our engineering team is actually split between three major locations, LA, London, and Delhi. Um, but we also have a number of remote employees who are kind of spread out through Eastern Europe and Europe generally. I think the biggest challenge we've been facing is we're going through a very rapid growth phase in our company. So we're hiring nonstop, and onboarding employees during this has been quite a challenge. We used to do in-person workshops at the office, but obviously with remote working, we had to completely change that around. So we've now had to completely rework our onboarding program to allow employees to go through a scheduled system of sessions or workshops on a daily basis, just so that they can quickly hit the ground running. Um, and then of course, culture building was another major issue. Getting everyone used to the way we work, our culture, it's a lot harder to do with remote. And the way we've solved that is really just over communication. We had to make sure we had the right documentation in place for it, and ensure that we were constantly repeating ourselves there. So on the collaboration front, we were actually quite fortunate. Because of the way our teams were already structured pre-COVID, those squads were kind of generally co-located in a single location. We work in a services-based architecture, so everyone was anyways communicating with each other for all of our initiatives. So luckily, we weren't too affected by on the productivity front. So initially right when the pandemic hit and everyone switched to remote, we tried to replicate some of the culture we had in our offices. Folks going out on a Thursday night or Friday night to the pub, and we tried to replicate that through games nights and things like that in a structured way. What we found was that the teams really wanted to have their own personal time after hours, and though they might have enjoyed spending that in person, on Zoom or on a video conference solution wasn't as good. And so we ended up letting the teams kind of autonomously figure out how they wanted to maintain that social contact.